Good morning to you, Ingrid.
Good
Thank you
morning.
so much. Well, look, I wanted to talk to you this week anyway about your brand new book. Make sure I get the title right. It's out later this month on February the 15th. My Mother and I, the inside story of the King and our late Queen. Because it's very, I mean, sad, worrying news for any family. Talking to you much sooner than I'd expected. What did you make of the news and the decision of the palace to put out, I mean, an awful lot of detail about the King's medical condition, although not what cancer and what treatment. Again, people have right to privacy, but this follows on from the information about the enlarged prostate. Is this something you would have expected from the palace?
Well, no, this is quite unusual, but of course, as you were saying earlier, the king is a public person. He's head of state as well as being our monarch, and there is no such thing as a private life for a king. I mean, I think Charles realizes that better than anyone, and felt that with the success of talking about the fact that he had to go and have a operation on his prostate and discovering that a lot of people then went and had themselves checked, I think he instantly made the decision, however unnatural it might be because he's so private, that it would be a good idea to announce this rather than trying to keep it quiet and cancelling a lot of engagements and having the speculation. In fact, Buckingham Palace said in the announcement last night that this was really to avoid speculation, but
Yeah.
of course nothing avoids
Nothing
speculation.
does. We instantly have the what kind of cancer, what prognosis, what treatment, and the like people asking you, will he be losing his hair if he has chemotherapy and all of this? And again, I've always just felt, I mean, genuinely, my feelings towards the royal family is more sorrow than anything else. I just feel sorry for people being born into a family
Yeah.
where this is imposed on them. And we know, the Queen was very private, the Prince Philip, his father, very private, and King Charles, a pretty private man, is not going to want to have all this stuff out there, but no choice. And I did wonder also, once he's informed the family, once courtiers know, Prince Harry, we understand, on a plane right now on his way back from California to visit his father, which is we'll come on to that. Is that actually, if once this news had gone to Harry and Meghan, I don't think it was ever going to stay private.
Oh, no, of course it would have, certainly wouldn't have done. I mean, and the fact that Harry is on his way over, I would think would be rather unhelpful, actually, because of the animosity within, certain sections of the royal family for Harry, and what, the things he said about, his father's wife, and the things he said about his brother. Um, I don't think that Harry is going to be particularly welcomed with open arms. Of course, that we won't see that, though, that there will be a great show of solidarity. As there would be in any family. You're not going to start a row when
No.
your father is suffering from cancer. You're going to say, oh, how lovely to see you, but you may not mean a word of it.
No, indeed. And it's obviously this comes at a time when obviously the King has already been had treatment for an enlarged prostate, and of course the Princess of Wales, Kate, who's taken a lot of public duties, this thinned down royal family, is recuperating from her abdominal surgery, which she was in hospital for 2 weeks. We know would have been serious surgery. Her husband, the Prince of Wales, back on more duties, trying to take over. We've got, Edward and Sophie and others, and of course Princess Anne, the stalwart of the family, doing the unglamorous stuff and of the opening of the charity events and the like, which is what the royal family keep busy doing. But there are also public duties that are constitutional duties that the King does. The red boxes, signing of acts of parliament. We have a constitutional monarchy. This is not just a figurehead. There's a lot that he actually is involved with. And I was fascinated to read, that he can nominate councillors of state if he became incapacitated following any treatment, whatever happens. And we wish him well, of course. But if he did, he could nominate councillors of state. And this goes in this order: Queen Camilla, obviously, as the Queen, then Prince William as the heir to the throne, and then Harry. Obviously, Prince William's children obviously are not of age, and then he goes to Andrew, and then his elder daughter Beatrice. Now, this is where the British public might start having some questions to ask. Fair enough, Queen, William, fine. Harry, Andrew, and Beatrice. I'm not sure that's those are three people that anyone wants involved in our constitutional monarchy at this time.
Well, they certainly won't be, because instead of actually removing Andrew and Harry, which we would cause even more controversy. They're sort of been moved sideways, slid away, like you might push a ruler just to the side. They're not going to, they certainly won't be doing anything, but they're not going to be totally removed. Although there were calls for Parliament to actually have them officially removed. I don't believe they have been yet. But certainly they will not be called upon, so we needn't worry about that.
Oh no, because that would be very interesting. And in terms of world leaders and obviously political leaders here in the UK, the Common Speaker and others, all passing on their well wishes. But there is this issue, isn't it? This is the king. This is someone who it means a lot to an awful lot of people. In the way we saw that outpouring of grief for the Queen when she died, a lot of people have been very grateful for her years on the throne, doing the job, very, very diligently all of her life, all those many years on the throne. He's only been in the job 18 months. He had to wait his entire life to get into this job. He knows it's going to be a short reign, nothing compared to his mother's, of course, because of the age at which he acceded to the throne. This is quite a blow, isn't it?
I think it is a blow, but like many other members of his family, Charles knows he's got the best, medical treatment available to him in the world. And what he knows that.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Don't know what just happened then.
Let me just shut the dogs out.
Don't. I've never had that happen in an interview before. But
I'm so sorry, Celia. Somebody at the door. I'm so sorry.
I often want to shut the dogs out, but sorry, you were saying about coming to the throne so late and then serious illness hitting him.
I was just saying coming to the throne so late and having this series. I've lost my train of thought now. What was I talking? I was just saying that Charles definitely would want people to know what is happening to him. And I think that, in the fullness of time, we probably will know what kind of cancer he is suffering from or has suffered from.
Yeah, once it's all dealt with. Ingrid, we'll leave it there. You go and tend to the dogs. Ingrid Seward, thank you so much. She's editor of Majesty Magazine, author of the brand new book coming out this month, The Inside Story of the King and Our Late Queen. This is My Mother and I.